Hey everyone, this is Hannah Fletcher with MUSE TV, and I'm speaking with Edith and Seb, the parents in Blink. I'm so excited to speak with you guys this morning. How are you guys? Let's kind of start there.
Well, we're great.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
good.
First snow this morning, so really an exciting morning for the kids.
That is so awesome. I'm from Virginia. I'm in LA right now. I'm going home for the holidays in a few, and I know that they're getting snow back there. I'm so excited. I love the snow. That's so cool. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you both. I just want to start with asking you guys, first and foremost, how has everything been? You guys have had such a whirlwind of the promotion of this film. The feedback's been amazing. I just spoke with your director, but talk to me about what it's been like for you all and for the kids, and the feedback that you guys have been receiving now that this is really out in the world and everybody's continuing to see it and become familiar with it too.
It's just receiving so much love. It's just an amazing feeling. And it's just been crazy at the same time. Like the fall's been really crazy, and it's so far away from our regular life where I'm into numbers and stuff as well. So to be close to movies and things like that is just really exciting. But for me, the reaction from the teenager towards the kids, it's really what touches me the most. And I didn't expect that, or I didn't realize that teenagers would watch a documentary, especially with subtitles. And I'm touched that they're touched by it, they're inspired. And it's such a gift that to be able to give that. I work so hard to inspire my own kids, then to be able to inspire other kids, it's an amazing gift.
Definitely. I think it's amazing too, like you mentioned, the idea that there are young ones that are willing to watch this documentary and that are excited about it. That's what I really love. That's the groundbreaking aspect to me as well, because of course this documentary, it's very powerful, and I'm very glad that you all had this come to fruition. But the fact that a younger generation's paying attention to no teenagers sitting there watching a documentary. So that just says so much,
Exactly.
that it's really clued into this younger audience. And I love that. I'm curious to ask you also, obviously the whole process of getting a story on the screen, that's definitely a long one. And I know that you guys, obviously you'd had the opportunity to kind of work with a crew, and then eventually coming into the whole Nat Geo space as well. Talk to me about what the conversation looked like between you two, between your children, and what did that behind the scenes of everything look like to basically get this project up and running and to get it on the screen and to tell this story?
We had no clue what we were getting yourself into, really. And because when they reach out to us and ask us, do you want to do a documentary, we thought, nobody really watches documentary, so it's going to be great souvenir for us, a little film that nobody really is going to see, because it wasn't Nat Geo at first.
Right.
We never expected it to be so big, so I don't think we ever had that conversation about, are we ready to share the story with the entire planet?
Yeah, it was more do we want a film crew to come? Yeah, sure, okay, why not? It's gonna be good to see Edith on the other side of the camera and have really good memory for the kids. And that was probably the extent of
And I think we were worried. I'm like, do you really want to travel with 4 kids? Are you crazy? We were more worried about how hard it's going to be for them more than for us. But we've been so lucky to have such an amazing crew. Like the crew, the producer, every single person who and the people at Nat Geo, every single person that we met were so caring and interesting people to meet, that it's been overall just an amazing experience for us.
That's amazing. I love the excitement that I can see and hear with you too, just when you're talking about it, and even just the idea of, again, of telling your story and working with such an amazing crew as well. That's very important, especially when you're dealing with children. That's my biggest thing. So I love the way that everybody worked together to make sure that this story was told appropriately as well, while raising awareness, but also while also documenting. I love the way that you said it. It's kind of like you thought that you were going to get a nice home video, you got a video
Yeah,
ever.
so naive.
I know, it's incredible. I'm curious to ask you, so what I think is exceptionally interesting about your story as well is obviously the plot at large, which is the condition for the children, but also what I think is very neat is the fact that you had such a positive spin on it, which is what we need to hear more about, especially like, I mean, I know for a lot of my family personally, like we've been affected a lot with like diseases and cancer and everything like that, and we're in a time where I think that positivity is often not really shown. And I love the way that you guys took this opportunity and you said, look, we're going to travel. I love that you didn't choose air travel. I love that you tried to keep it on the ground as much as possible. I think that's exceptionally interesting. Talk to me about that conversation between you two as parents and like what that decision was like, and how was it being able to kind of like turn around and say, you know what, this is not the most ideal situation ever, but we're going to turn around and make this the best for our kids and give them the best opportunities to see as much as they can. Like what did that look like for you guys? That's got to be so loaded emotionally.
It was more
No,
confidence than a real
no, the
conversation.
decision was easy, but to get there, to get to that inspiration to do it, and that's the real ordeal.
You need, because it's not like, oh, we got that diagnosis and oh, we're all positive about it and
No,
we're going
right.
to do that.
Right.
I think in life, when you get any kind of bad news, you need to go through those emotions, anger and sadness, and you really need to make sure to get them out. And they don't disappear; they're just more manageable. But then when you I think the most important part is accept that you can't change anything about it. So when the thing that you can change, there's no need to focus on it. You can what you can focus on is what can I do? What's beautiful in my life right now, and how I nurture it and make it flourish and make my entire life beautiful, and focus on that.
I love that.
And in our case, it was in trying to find solutions, because getting the diagnostic, there's nothing you can do. It's just, well, come and see us in a year and we'll see how it progressed. And when we thought, let's do something, let's get Mia to learn Braille. And Edith went to meet a specialist, and she said, well, she sees too well now, and it's not going to work. So the best thing you can do is spell, her visual memory. So that's, and you can show pictures of elephant and giraffes in books. And that's where we really had the epiphany of.
That was the spark.
The spark of, well, we're not going to just show them in book. We're just going to see the real thing. And then from that, we added and added.
What else are we going to show them? We need to show this and this. And we're like, okay, now we need to go we can't do that within vacation. So we need to take a whole year.
That is so cool. I love that. It's like you see the photo, okay, but now you're actually going to go see it for real. I think that is just such a cool way of going about it. I'm so in love with the way that you guys obviously just processed and obviously did this for your kids as well. I think it's just amazing. I'm curious to ask you, would there ever be a conversation or an intention on potentially picking up cameras and continuing to film, not even so much now, but like later on down the road, especially as the kids are kind of translating more into like young adults and adulthood and what their life would look like then? Would that ever be something that would be of interest to you all, like as a family? Or I don't know what that looks like with having had the documentary experience in your lives and everything like that.
I don't know. We never talk about it, especially because it's just, it was easy being on the trip. There's so many fun adventure, but our daily life is just as normal as possible, as crazy as, the beginning of the movie, that craziness, that's our daily life. And also because the disease progressed really slowly. So,
but I think it's at some point it's going to depend on the kids, and
that's the other thing.
If somebody's interested and if they're open to share it,
it's going to be their project, not ours.
We don't want to impress upon them something specific, and it's going to be a mix of a lot of things, and probably the same coincidence or the way it happened is that nothing planned and it does happen. So if it does, that it's going to come like that, but there's nothing planned. So for now, yeah.
But Mia, seeing Mia being a teenager, starting to own her story, and she already started. Right now she's an ambassador for like a fundraising at a children's hospital where she is, so she's using her voice to do something positive about it. And I think it's just, I'm so proud, and I think it's so beautiful to just, be able to do that. So hopefully she will continue to do it in such a positive way.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that she's able to recognize that and to be able to have a platform. That's always like my favorite type of story. Like I love it when people become known or they have platforms or anything like that. But when you can really like get that full 360 gamut of everything and like turn it into something that's beautiful and raising awareness like that. I love that for her. I'm so excited for her. That is so cool. My final question to you all is, obviously we're coming up on the end of the year. You guys are having your first snow. Is there anything fun that you guys are doing with the kids for the holidays that you guys are excited about? Especially you guys are winding down from quite a year. Anything fun that you guys have that you're doing?
Quiet time. We actually there's a family cottage by a lake, and we're gonna spend the time, just the family, with playing in the snow, go outside as much as possible, and do nothing really, just to stay in PJs all day.
Hot chocolate, PJs, and playing outside.
Yeah, and there's like, away from everything, the quiet time. I think it's gonna be an amazing thing to do.
I love it. Well, thank you so much again for speaking with me. Thank you again for sharing this story and raising awareness, but also just for opening up cameras to be able to come in and just document your family. That's a really big thing. It's a very big situation, and I think it's beautiful the way that it was shot and edited, and I think you guys have a beautiful family, and I'm just very happy for you guys, and thank you again as a viewer. I appreciate you all. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye guys.